Walter Wanger became suspicious of his wife Joan Bennett possibly having an affair with her agent Jennings Lang. To confirm his doubts, Wanger decided to hire a private investigator who discovered that Bennett and Lang were spending time together in several locations, including New Orleans, the Caribbean, and an apartment in Beverly Hills. Walter Wanger was a prominent and ostentatious personality in Hollywood. He was known for his extravagant lifestyle, his habit of pursuing women, and his reputation as a successful film producer. However, as the 1950s dawned, Wanger's career began to decline. This man had a penchant for living extravagantly, much like the characters in the movies he produced. He had filed for bankruptcy, and despite his attempts to break into television, he was being pursued by creditors who doubted the authenticity of his bankruptcy. As a result, he found himself in an unfavourable situation, possibly the most challenging one he had ever faced. Well, it seems like Walter Wanger had quite the revelation about his wife, the famous film star Joan Bennett. For a while he had been relying on her to foot the bills, but it turns out she was also keeping herself busy with her agent, Jennings Lang. In a move straight out of a classic film noir, Wanger decided to hire a private investigator to tail the two, and lo and behold, they were caught red-handed spending time in some pretty swanky locations, including New Orleans, the Caribbean, and even a Beverly Hills apartment owned by one of Wanger's buddies, Agent J. Cantor. Guess it's safe to say that things were not exactly hunky-dory in the Wanger-Bennett household. Enraged by the revelation, Walter Wanger armed himself with a gun and set off to confront his wife and her suspected lover. He tracked down his wife's green Cadillac to the parking lot of Jennings Lang's agency, MCA, and decided to bide his time. After an hour of waiting, Bennett and Lang finally emerged, but to their shock and horror, they found Wanger waiting for them. Well, things certainly got messy when Walter Wanger caught wind of his wife's affair with Jennings Lang. According to Bennett's account, Wanger was in a trance-like state during the altercation, while Lang put his hands up in surrender, but even with Lang's pleading, Wanger wasn't about to let it go. He fired off a couple of shots, one of which missed its mark and hit the car, while the other hit Lang right in the family jewels. Ouch! Needless to say, Lang collapsed in agony, and things went from bad to worse in the blink of an eye. Fortunately, Jennings Lang survived the shooting, as did Walter Wanger, who remained married to Joan Bennett for several more years. However, the incident did land Wanger in hot water with the law, and he was promptly taken into custody. When concerned friends attempted to reach out to him that evening, they were informed by the butler that the master was being held at the Lincoln Heights jail. Although the shooting did not have any lasting physical harm on Lang or Wanger, it did have a detrimental effect on Joan Bennett's career, as she was subjected to hurtful and unwarranted criticism. In the 1950s, Hollywood was notorious for its unjust and baseless character attacks, which caused significant emotional damage to those targeted by them. Joan Bennett's experience is a painful reminder of the toll that such actions can take on an individual's career and well-being. Click here to watch this video next.